Square button. Scan for enemies. Circle button. Scan for items.
What you just witnessed might not look much to you at first glance, but for some people it will be a contributing or deciding factor for them to complete this game. Now, we've had quite some few people I hear that are accusing me of being a shill. So, let me just mention that The Last of Us Part 2 and other PlayStation titles are not the only ones or the first ones to implement accessibility features. Gears of War, I know, has accessibility features too. If I was paid by Sony, do you think that they would want me to mention an Xbox game and direct competitor? Huh? Tinfoil hat, conspiracy theory people, they would just try to say I pulled some reverse psychology shit, whatever the fuck, but yeah, whatever the case, back to today's topic. So things like this, like I said, I've done in the past, and like Uncharted 4 had accessibility features, but The Last of Us Part 2 has apparently over 60 accessibility features. If you don't know what accessibility features means, it's basically, features to help people with, like, hearing issues, sight issues, motor skill issues, like, yeah, in order to include a wider player base and help more people complete a certain game. Like, apparently you can even play Part 2 completely blind. This is a wonderful step for the gaming industry in general in the terms of, including more players. And I hope that this continues and that it leads to a bigger change all over. I hope that companies will compete in, how accessible a game is, and that all in all, the industry continues to improve in this way. And this probably would never have happened if people didn't advocate for that. I think that's the word. Like, big up to the people pushing for this. Big up. Players like Josh Straub, who reached out to Naughty Dog and explained that he couldn't complete Uncharted 2 if people didn't push for features like this to be implemented in games. I don't think we will be here today, or at least it would take a lot longer. But yeah, I might be misinformed, but I'm hearing that The Last of Us 2 has the most accessibility features in any AAA game so far. Down below, you'll have a link in the source section of the description with an article covering this more. I'll also leave a link on a full list of all the accessibility features, but do be advised, I'm hearing that it reveals a new gameplay mechanic, so I didn't read a full list, but I'm calling it right now. It's gonna be horse combat. If you haven't seen my horse combat theory video, feel free to check it out, top right corner and link down below. But yeah, I did download a bunch of small clips that were linked to me. You've seen them, background gameplay, how many. But the main gist of things is that there will be audio features, visual features, and control features in order to help people, in order to help certain people and include a broader player base. The article on this states, there are around 60 different accessibility options in the game's menu, covering things like controls, visual aids, audio clues, navigation and traversal, and combat. Some are fairly standard features, like being able to make the UI larger or tweak the subtitles for colorblind users. Other elements are much more involved. There's a text-to-speech option that reads out everything in-game, from menus to the notes Ellie picks up on her journey, and audio clues to indicate when there are items nearby or a ledge you can climb up. A new high contrast mode changes the visuals entirely for low vision players, rendering the world a light gray and turning allies blue and enemies red. This was inspired by the unlockable Thief Vision in Uncharted 4. You can even use the DualShock controller's touchpad to zoom in and get a closer look at the world. You know what I'm happy that didn't happen? Is that this wasn't implemented as a DLC. Like, it doesn't cost any extra money, and it's just implemented into the standard game. I feel like some greedy companies would have implemented this as a DLC, like they would charge more for this if they could have gotten away with it. If there's any studio and any company trying to charge more for accessibility features, they deserve to be cancelled. But with that being said, I'm gonna end this video showcasing these features raw, unedited, so you can see exactly how they work in here, how they work for yourself. I also recommend, if you got the time, to check out a pretty underrated PlayStation panel video where the topic is making games available for, you know, all players, so to say. I saw most of it, and it's crazy how, you know, how pretty much it's easy to take things for granted. Sight, hearing, you know, sense of smell, like everything, like having all limbs, like that is not a guarantee. Like, yeah. Anyways, let's hope that the industry continues to head towards this direction. Big up once again to all the people pushing gaming studios to, you know, implement more of these features. Huge respect. Holy shit. Yeah. With that being said, here's all the shablamo. You can see exactly how they ham and whom. Sources down below. See you when I see you.
Who do you used to do this route with? Jesse? Eugene. Right. Ah, Eugene. Man, he was funny. Oh, yeah. Plus, he taught me about rewiring electronics and stuff. May we all be that sharp at 73. May we all make it to 73. Sign us in.
What was this place?
It used to be a radio tower. No sign of infected. Or non-infected, for that matter. Come here. Town up ahead's our last stop. Take a look.
Square button. Scan for enemies. Circle button. Scan for items.
Fucking fuckers. Here we go. Keep it extra quiet.
This is dumb. We should be pushing in.
We hold the perimeter until we hear otherwise. Keep an eye out in case he comes this way.
I got something.
Infected?
Let's get in there.